We're about to do forward windmills. This is to make sure you can control the ball as you go. So we're gonna go forward and make sure you hold the ball. Remember, this is a drill you do outside because it's actually a lot tougher than it probably looks. Be able to control the ball as you go over your head and back around. Do 100 on each side. All right, so now we're about to do stationary crossover through the legs behind the back low or short. Now, make sure you have your combination. This hand is gonna go behind the back, so this strap goes at the front of the vest, and then this strap goes to the back of the vest. So we're gonna do it slow first. You go crossover through the legs behind the back. Pick the ball up and then redo the combination. Now, remember to change the heights of your dribble. So right now we're on the short side. So we're gonna shorten up these dribbles and it's gonna have to be a little bit quicker and my footwork's gonna have to move a little bit faster. Side profile. Make sure you do 50 total reps. Now remember, moves don't matter if you can't do them on the move. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna back up and we're gonna do these same combinations while we're attacking. So now we got our crossover through the legs behind the back. So now I pick up the ball, crossover through the legs behind the back. Every time I do this combination, I should be covering ground on every step that I take, including the behind the back. Now watch me from a side profile and you'll notice I'm no longer doing a sit down behind the back because I want to move forward. I'm doing a diagonal behind the back on my last step. That's how come I'm moving forward on every single step. So now we're gonna still have the ball in our hands and we're gonna do broad jumps. But instead of it being the typical broad jump that you're used to, it's gonna be single leg broad jumps. Okay, so remember, basketball isn't just a 2-foot jump sport, it's a 1-foot jump, so be at least good at both. So what we're gonna do is we have our ball, get used to jumping with the ball. If you're gonna dunk, you gotta have the ball in your hands. If you're gonna finish the layup, the ball is in your hands. So let's do drills that simulate game-like play. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna start off on our left foot and then we're just gonna broad jump. 1, 2, 3. If you have more room, continue jumping. And we're gonna do 50 reps on each leg. We'll do a side profile. And obviously, whatever you do with your left leg, you want to do with your right. Most right-handers have a stronger left leg. So just like we combine our drills, I would double it up. Right, left, right again to get the weaker leg to catch up. Next, we're gonna come back to our windmills. We're gonna do 4 windmills. Just like this. Make sure if you get more comfortable, you can go a little bit faster. And your hands are just learning how to control the ball. Make sure you can do that with both hands, because basketball is played with both hands. So now we're going to move to stationary between the legs. Now keep in mind, this is a very detailed program, so you got to understand the difference between when we did between the legs before and now, the reason we're doing the footwork in between the legs now. So what we're going to do is we're going to dribble and we're going to push off that back foot as we worked on our footwork earlier, and then step between the legs. So even though I'm not going anywhere and I'm stationary, I'm exploding. If I jump when I go between the legs, what's going to get me moving is my hamstring, and that's not going to generate as much power as my quad. So what we're going to do is stationary between the legs, but instead of it being here, it's going to be here, which is a lot more explosive. Remember, we're doing 50 each rep, and you want to get out of your comfort zone. If you're going through the legs and you're never losing the ball, you're not going hard enough. You need to dribble that ball as quickly as you can and push off your back foot as quickly as you can. 50 reps. So now we're going to do that on the move. We're going to go between the legs while walking. So what we're going to do is make sure every time we take a step, our back foot explodes us just a little bit. So from a side profile, push, 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 push. We'll go forward. $50 reps each leg. So now we're going to do our broad jumps again, and don't just think of this again. Don't just think of this as a drill. When you come out of a pro hop or a 2-foot finish, you're about to jump off both feet, and hopefully you're about to explode to the rim. So what we want to do is broad jump. The person who gets the rebound is the person who has the quickest second jump. So when you're doing your broad jumps, as soon as you hit the ground, jump again. Train yourself to have a high vertical for 2 consecutive jumps. 1, 2. After you get used to jumping and exploding right when you hit the ground, now jump a bigger distance and cover more space and more ground. One more. And let's do 50 total broad jumps.